Randall Hughes with GodGlorified.com, and we're commenting on our May the 1st Bible readings, and it began in 1 Chronicles chapter 12 with the numbering of the mighty men and the armed men that came to make David king in Hebron after the fall of Ishbosheth and Abner. And it gives the numbers of each one. There's some interesting comments made about the various ones that oftentimes I know I've heard different sermons preached about the men of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of the time to know what Israel ought to do. And it's a prayer that we pray. God, give us the understanding of what we need to do, how we need to respond, understanding the times and the circumstances that we face. And then, of course, the men of Zebulun that were not double-hearted. And some interesting comments there. They all came with one heart to make David the king. And then we get into the Psalms. Some in predatory Psalms. Psalm 58, talking about what needs to happen against the wicked a little bit. And then the establishing of the throne in Psalm 93, Yahweh reigning. And Psalm 95, that Yahweh is the great king above all gods. And the Jebusites conquered by Joab, and Joab made the chief of David's army for doing so. And then the 118th Psalm, completing out that psalm from verse 5 through verse 28. This is a very amazing psalm. It has some great prophecy in it. The stone which the builders refused to become the headstone of the corner is a verse that's quoted by Peter in Acts chapter 4, right before he says that there's none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. Speaking of Jesus Christ, of course. And then this is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. And then save now, at the start of verse 25, is actually in the Hebrew, Hosanna, which is the word that we reference and is used frequently on the Palm Sunday, the Sunday before the crucifixion of Jesus. And so that's where that comes from, Psalms 118. And it's save now. And so to say Hosanna right before that, they were basically proclaiming what was just about to happen, whether they realized it or not. That Yahweh's salvation in flesh was about to bring the salvation to them. To bring his salvation. We then had Hiram building David's houses of cedar. And then Psalm 101, a great verse, great passage, where verse 3, I will set no wicked thing before mine eyes. I hate the work of them that turn aside. It shall not cleave to me. It's important to note that he did not say, I hate the ones who work iniquity, but he hated the work of iniquity. And I believe that is a consistent way for us to approach sin. God hates sin but loves the sinner. We need to be careful to love those that are entrapped by Satan in his snares. And they may be sinners, but we want to love them with the love of God. And so that concludes our comments for today. And I pray that you are blessed in Jesus' name.